slowly by sheer force of macro force their way back into a game even when they've been at a little bit of a disadvantage. But there are now lurkers on the field. He's very close to vessels actually, so the lurkers aren't as big of a deal. Um, he's been getting his tech going at the same time, so that's good. But lurker Ling Muta can be very, very dangerous, especially when he's only got comsats so far. The vessel's not quite out yet. It's still going to be another minute before the vessels are out, and then still a little bit longer until irradiate is excuse me, until irradiate is researched. And he's just Kwanro's really just doing a good job of buying time right now as well. He's probably going for the lurkers are not his end game build. The lurkers are kind of an intermediate step. He's going to try and get use the lurkers to protect his bases until he gets the hive tech. And look at that, he's been really teching hardcore. He's already got the hive. He's already got the defiler mound almost finished, so he is in really good shape. Light basically has a very small period of time here where he can actually push out and try and do some damage to Kwanro before he gets those defilers going. He's going to have consume basically when Light gets irradiate. Well, no, a little bit after that. Light's going to have irradiate for a very small amount of time before he gets consumed and has those defilers in play. But he's really not in a very good position to put pressure right now on. Oh, are those stop? Oh, I think those are stop lurkers. Oh my gosh, he's gonna walk right into him. Oh, he lets him go a little bit too early. I think he should wait until more forces were on top of him. He does get several kills though, but again, at this point, I think it's okay for him to lose those lurkers. He's just trying to stall for time and get those defilers up. The defiler round has just popped. He's got some out already. Consume is probably about a quarter to half finished upgrading right now, so he's going to be very, very soon. So Light's window of opportunity is almost closed. It's like that episode of Star Trek with the Dyson sphere, where the Enterprise is rushing for the opening, and the Scotty's ship is just barely holding it open in time, and it's about to close though. I think Scotty's ship is about to explode, and I do not think the Enterprise, in this case being Light, is going to get through in time. There's Consume. The swarm goes off. Lings are underneath the swarm. GG Enterprise. You missed your window. Okay, I'm gonna stop with that now. I love the Next Generation though, by the way, in case anyone wanted to know about that. Watched it a lot as a kid. Seen every episode. Anyway, so now Kwanro has the defilers. Kwanro's got the tech now. And Light is doing a pretty good job. What are some of his Marines doing? I think he was trying to move his Marines out of the way, and the medics were actually stopping them because half his Marines weren't firing there. So this Ling's got a couple extra kills that it didn't really need to, and his tank died in the process as well. So pretty bad there. Uh-oh, dropship coming in there though. Kwanro sees it with his hatcheries over here, but he's gonna possibly lose those hatcheries. He's gonna bring in some Zerglings. Actually, the Zerglings are just popping out. He's gonna bring in the Defiler, the Lurker though. He may lose a hatchery, but at least he's not going to lose anything too critical at this point is what it looks like, especially because those Marines are just kind of stuck in the corner. Oh, Comsec goes off a little bit too late. Oh, drones getting some kill action as well, along with the lurkers. Nicely done. He's sending in another dropship though, and really all he's accomplishing here is scouting. Because he's just losing a lot of units. He's actually killing a decent amount of Zerglings here, but the lurkers are coming behind and wiping up this force. Still doing more than he probably would, more damage than he probably would out in the field, but not quite enough. He is getting that third base up at the 5 o'clock position Light is, but Kwanro countering with another base of his own, getting a fourth base up. And if Kwanro gets that fourth base going and gets it well defended, that's going to be really tough to deal with. He's going to have so much gas that he's going to be able to just produce a lot of defilers. Probably going to go for the Ultralisks. Well, maybe. But he could go for Ultralisk after that as well, or something along those lines. Anyway, looks like an Irradiate must have gone off over there because that, or maybe there's a tank down there that I don't see that was shelling those lurkers. Lurker does go down, but again, he's got the Nidus network going on, so he's still golden. All he needs to do when he's under attack, like from a small force like that, is just send some stuff through the Nidus Canal, plant down a swarm and a couple lurkers, and he's safe for that time being until he can reinforce for more. Light doing what we do see a lot of Terran players do against this kind of, when it gets to this point, we're seeing him switch over to mech a little bit more. Not complete mech, but at least getting some vultures with mines, because you've got you're spending a lot of your gas on vessels. You want to get as many vessels out as possible, and some tanks. Oh, play goo! Man, Look at that. Every single unit in that squad got plagued. Oh, that's brutal. And that softens Marines up so hard, so fast. They are putty. Actually, they're not putty, because putty, even if you do stuff to it, it's hard to destroy it quickly because it's very puttyish. It's like, what's something else that's, it's like putty it's like clay that has been baked into pottery, so it's very, breakable. Anyway, Light attacking the 12 o'clock position here, and Kwanro actually really needs to be careful because he's also going to lose this 9 o'clock base. If he's not careful, he didn't quite get the Nidus Canal up on that side yet, and so now this base is going to be completely under. He's just going to have to sack that base. He's actually gotten another base up at like the 2.5 position in the meantime, but he's still going to be back down to just 4 bases, and Light has his 3rd base going now, and he's got these vultures going on. Anyway, like I was going to say is the vultures are a move that a lot more Terrans are doing these days. It can be really, really effective, and we're seeing a lot of Terran players even just switch fully into mech later in the game instead of just going SK Terran and trying to mass vessels and protect them like we've seen in years past. And yeah, we got an armory going down, so we probably are going to, and an extra factory, so we probably are going to see at least a partial switch into mech here by Light in this late game, which is really can be effective. Mech units are I think, more effective against the hive tech units than anything else, especially tanks. Tanks are the best kind of counter to swarm and ultralisks if it comes to that, so it can be really effective to switch to those mech units there. He's doing a good job microing his Marines around though, nonetheless, and his vultures, and just keeping the pressure up on Kwanro. This has been a really back and forth game in general. Both players doing a lot of damage to the other. Both players playing extremely well. This is, I mean, this is worthy of a playoff match here. This is some very, very high level stuff going on. Both players back and forth, and wow, Light has actually managed to get, he actually put a command center down there once he took that position. He's going to try and take a 4th base here. So I thought Kwanro was in the lead. Well, he was in the lead at first, but I think Light has fought his way back into at least an even position. I think Light may be in the lead at this point. He's going to get his 4th base up and running. We just saw the SCVs transferring over there. He's got a decent cloud of vessels now. And he's, well, it's not as many vessels as he could have, actually. It looked like he actually only had 3 or 4 vessels there. But either way, he's got a decent amount of vessels out. Yeah, okay, there's like 4 or 5 vessels, and he's protecting them pretty well. Actually, there might be more like 6 after all. Okay, so I was right. There is like 6 or 7, but a drop going down on this base on the bottom, at the bottom of the map here. Really good, and they're both basically trading bases. Wow, tons of cracklings going there. He's going to kill off the armory. No Goliaths, no upgrades for you, but no base for Kwanro.